It's transfer deadline day for most big European leagues. I'm just giving you an update with the situation with Manchester United. The transfer window will close 7 p.m. UK time on the 1st of September. This has been recorded a few hours before that. And I'll be glad when it closes, because we can concentrate on watching football and going to football matches again without transfer talk dominating. I know that some people are really, really into transfer talk. Good luck. Okay, so here's the current state of play with Manchester United. So Senne Lammens, the 23-year-old Belgium goalkeeper, has arrived in Manchester very promptly from Antwerp, and he is expected to sign a contract with Manchester United for 21 million euros plus add-ons. He's considered a superb shot stopper. I went to Antwerp 4 or 5 times when Manchester United had the link up there, built up some good contacts, so I'll hit them up and speak to them about Lammens. He played every game for Antwerp last season. They finished 5th in the Belgian league. They played the Champions League football the year before, but he was still a substitute goalkeeper then. They got hammered 5-0 by Barcelona, but he wasn't playing in that one. United were also interested in Emi Martinez from Aston Villa, but the costs attached around that were considered too expensive. United are not expected to sign the young Emirati goalkeeper, Abdullah Al Hamandi. He was on trial with a view to becoming a training goalkeeper at United, and it's just very difficult to get a visa when you're an Emirati goalkeeper. The future of Andre Onana and Altay Bayindir is now uncertain. I know United were concerned about Onana potentially going to the Africa Cup of Nations in Morocco for a month. It starts December 21, finishes January 18. Rasmus Højlund expected to move to Napoli, champions of Italy, thanks to Scott McTominay, on a loan with a £38 million transfer fee should Napoli qualify for the Champions League next season, which you would expect them to. Bit of sadness with that one, because Højlund made a lot of friends at United. There's a lot of mitigation. It's a very difficult time to be a Manchester United player, and a lot of pressure when you're the number 9, as Benjamin Šeško will now find out. So best wishes to Højlund. United are not expected to bring a midfielder in this window. Kobbie Mainoo is integral to Manchester United's plans. 3 other international midfielders, Casemiro, Bruno Fernandes and Manu Ugarte. So I think Ugarte's got to raise his game a bit. Kobbie wants minutes, and Casemiro's not the Casemiro of old, but just need him to have an Indian summer and to play well. United try to become smarter in the transfer market, which is not easy. It's an easy thing to say, but it's not easy when the vast majority of the squad, an underperforming squad, are on huge wages. United finished 15th last year. United did not sell him from a position of strength. Jadon Sancho is one of the players who was on high wages. AS Roma wanted him. We had a video call with Roma, with Ranieri, the coach, but my understanding is he didn't fancy it. Instead, I would expect him to go to Aston Villa on loan. Villa will cover 80% of his wages, but United are confident that with the bonuses achieved by playing for Aston Villa, United won't have to pay any of Sancho's wages. Sancho cost 73 million quid in 2021. And some people thought that was a bargain, because Dortmund had asked for 110 million the previous year. Victor Lindelof, interestingly, has also gone to Aston Villa. Antony, another forward, will join Real Betis. They had their highest ever La Liga crowd on Sunday night. They got beat 2-0 at home by Athletic Club. Now, not every team can put 7 past Athletic Club over 2 legs. And they enjoyed that because they're playing this season in the Olympic Stadium in Seville, because Betis' own home is being remodelled and improved. It's already a great stadium. So the fee will be 25 million euros. That's what I understand. I think the key to this is United won't pay any of his wages because on Friday there was a discrepancy of 6 million. And United have negotiated pretty hard. That's because, not just because Betis lost on Sunday night, but because Anthony was brilliant for Betis. And their signing will really excite their fans. But the key here, I think, or not the key, but it's important, 50% sell on. So if Anthony does as well as I think he can do, and say he moves to Atletico Madrid or Barcelona or Real Madrid for 60 million in a year or two, Manchester United will get half of that. Not going to be moving for 95 million, I don't think, but you never know. That's what United paid for him from Ajax. I know you all want a heat pump talk. We're going to go easy on the heat pumps today. You know, if you want one in your house, you'll save a load of energy, save a load of money, and if you click on Improve Easy, you get a load of money off it. So, good local company putting air source heat pumps in. I'll think of something better to say next time round, Malacia, fullback, not expected to join Elche, but I don't think he's constrained by the transfer window because he'd be on a free transfer. United's view is they've solved a lot of the problems in this transfer window. I think to say whether it's been a success or not, I really was pleased that Šeško was signed, Mbumo was signed, Mathias Cunha was signed. I hope the goalkeeper is good. I need to research him because I just don't know enough information about him. So I'd give a tick to all of them, but I would have done similar last year with the signings. I think we need to make a more accurate judgment 6 months down the line or at the end of the season. Because if United finish 15th again, we won't be talking with such enthusiasm. I think there's also an understanding that there's a long, long way to go. There's a couple more transfer windows at least to get United back to a team capable of challenging for the title again. And it was never going to be sorted out in one transfer window. But I do think Ruben Amorim has got a lot of good players now at his disposal. I think he's got to be getting the best out of them. There can't be any more mess-ups. Like Grimsby was a complete shambles. And the League Cup was actually quite important. Could have got into Europe, could have had a load more games. Squad needs games, squad needs minutes. Fringe players lose out because they don't get minutes now. So there won't just been a knock-on effect and a financial effect from losing against Grimsby. We should have been playing games in September, October, December, January, final. Had United done well in that? It is such a stinkingly bad result against Grimsby last week. Much better in terms of the result against Burnley. I thought the first half United were very good. I was more concerned with the second half performance, but to be fair, the team got the win. And the league table is looking a lot better than if United would have not won that. I mean, just look at the teams below Manchester United. One of them is a team called Manchester City. And they're United's next opponents in the derby at their place on the 14th of September. Then it's Chelsea at Old Trafford. So tough matches. We'll have a new United We Stand out for the Chelsea game, so we'll start working on that during the international break. And hopefully the players will do well, not get injured. And United, if we're looking at the 4 games, okay, Grimsby was a write-off. That was a complete mess. Played well against Arsenal, played well in the first half at Fulham, played well in the first half against Burnley. So there are positives. I think we would all have hoped for a bit more in terms of points. A win at Fulham, for example, a draw against Arsenal, but we always hope for more, don't we? So no videos now, unless there's major news for a couple of weeks. Enjoy the international break. What's left of summer, if that's relevant to where you are in the world, and we'll get cracking on United We Stand. See you soon. Bye-bye.